Action.
Hey, and we're live. Hi, guys. Welcome to Jezebel and the Jester. I'm Christina.
I'm Ernest.
Oh, dang it.
That's not easy.
Well, I fucked that up. You know what? Let's just stop now.
You want to redo
All
it?
this work? No, absolutely not. This is the best part.
We forgot
here.
to tell them that we were recording.
Yeah.
Maybe
Hi,
they'll
guys.
get the idea.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, they're going to get it.
That's all right.
It is what it is at this point. You know what? We're going to go through some growing pains. Anyways, hi, welcome to Jezebel and the Jester. I'm Jezebel.
I'm the Jester.
You couldn't even say it. We're sorry, guys. We, as per usual, we've had some drinks.
Just keeping it 100.
Yeah.
We've had a few drinks.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing too crazy.
You're going to maintain your composure this time.
Yeah, last episode was rough for me. I've never been like that. We've already gone through this, but I haven't told you guys. Like last episode, I mean, I'm sure you noticed that I was sloppy. Haven't even listened to it yet. I don't remember what we talked about. Okay, in this moment of the recording, I have not listened to it, and I've already told Ernest multiple times that I don't remember what we talked about.
I remember just a few of the things that we talked about. I don't feel good about it. It's probably one of the best episodes we've done.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. It was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
There was a lot of good chats in that one. So if you haven't listened to it and for some reason you stumbled upon this one first, you're going to have to check out the last episode.
Go back to the last one.
Yeah, go back to, I think you're going to want to.
That was going to be a good one.
Yeah, you're going to want to listen to that one. Yeah, so we even got off track to the point where we didn't even talk about what we said we were going to talk about.
I just told you somebody asked us if we had a crew.
Oh, that's right. If you guys knew the amount of cameras that are on right now,
we'll take
a picture on my phone and show like the setup.
Ridiculous.
It is really ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. We need a crew.
That's
what you said.
Yeah.
You told me this right before we started recording.
Oh yeah. Wait till we're big enough to have a crew.
Yeah, for sure. One day.
One day.
Goals. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Facts.
This is actually humbling.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No. I'm saying like having to do everything ourselves, you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, we skipped a little bit of the struggle phase.
Yeah.
We should have struggled a little more. That's my bad.
Yeah. That was your bad. Because I'm over here like we could just set up an iPhone and just like have two little earpieces
headphones that come
and
in the box. No.
People do that shit.
No, yeah, I'm sure they do.
And they have, they have great audiences.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
So, but I'm not gonna say I'm mad about it. I'm glad we did this, but there's a lot. Let's just say there's a lot, guys. We're going through some growing pains. We love the feedback, too, that you guys have been giving us because it really helps us. Like, okay, yeah, you're right. That does seem a little, because we get constructive feedback, and I like it.
Yeah, that's good.
I enjoy it. So we've been kind of taking that feedback and, like, working.
We need some haters is what we need. Like, you have to earn haters.
Yeah.
You have to become big enough to where people start hating on you.
Yeah.
And they'll give you, like,
real reviews.
real feedback. Oh, yeah. Even if it's haters,
if
sometimes they're right.
Even if it hurts a little.
Sometimes they're right.
Sometimes they are.
What are we talking about today?
We're talking about. Oh, thank you for getting us back on track.
No, that was my fault. I got us off track.
And then I just stayed off track.
Yeah,
so
it's okay.
Fine.
We're back now.
So last time we were gonna. This is what we did. We were supposed to talk about dating online versus in the wild. Okay, that's what we were supposed to talk about last time. That went out the window.
That did not work out too well.
Yeah, no, that was very, very not what it was supposed to be. But it turned out great.
It was fun.
Sometimes things don't go as expected, and sometimes in a good way, right?
I got 10 mic touches.
Oh, you already counted.
I took
You're
one.
Counting?
That was one right there.
Oh,
right.
You have it. You're aware.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
aware.
trying.
Yeah, me too. Being aware of my words.
100.
Yeah. Absolutely. Anyways, so now we're gonna talk today. We're gonna talk about dating online versus in the wild, and we'll kind of get into what that in the wild. I'm sure you can get it.
Yeah,
It's pretty simple to understand, but we'll go more in depth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know how to start it, to be honest with you.
When was the last time you met somebody in the wild? Is that your husband?
That's a
Your
horrible.
ex-husband?
No, because my ex I met him.
Oh, you
online.
met him online. Holy smokes.
Yeah, I met him online.
So-
But this was not Tinder. Okay, there was no Bumble.
But
Okay.
it was, what was it? Okay, Cupid.
OkCupid.
Okay. Oh, tell me you're in your mid 30s without telling me you're in your mid 30s.
Damn it! I've shown my age. No going back now.
Oh my God.
Anyways, yeah.
Oh.
So.
Okay, Cupid.
But before that,
Is that better than Tinder though? You said it's not Tinder, but it's okay.
not. It
Is
was
it
all.
better?
It was like all on like you had to be on a web browser. It's not like they had an app for
Oh
this,
shit!
right?
This was on the computer.
Web browser.
Oh, this is.
Yeah, you had to
fucking-
come home and check it when you got home. You know what I mean? Like
So are there levels to this shit? Well, okay. So where was eHarmony at?
eHarmony was like probably the top, the top
eHarmony's
notch.
like the-
Yeah, like that's like you pay for that shit, right? And you like create like
Oh,
a
you're
very
serious
profile.
Serious about it on eHarmony. What
You
about
are
Match.com?
you are looking same. It's probably right under eHarmony, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe they're about the same though.
Yeah.
But exact same concept.
Okay,
right?
for sure.
You're
And
looking
then
for the real one, right?
Underneath that one is OkCupid, or
I would say that's where it's at.
Okay.
Yeah, because I felt like that people put a little more effort into that. Okay. I
Okay.
like how we're rating them right
yeah,
now.
no, I fucks with it.
Because we remember. Okay, wait. Do you remember Plenty of Fish?
Oh, I never got on Plenty
I
of
never
Fish.
did either.
I remember my brother meeting people on meeting women on Plenty of Fish. I never got on there.
Yikes.
No.
That's like the Tinder of the early 2000s.
Of the computer age.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
What were the other ones? I don't even remember, to be honest.
Hold up. Wait. What about Bumble?
Bumble didn't
Bumble's
come out
new.
till later.
Bumble's
Yeah,
newer.
because it's very progressive. Because like the woman has to make the first
Yeah,
move.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Go Bumble. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So there was, but those are the only two, eHarmony and Match.com are really the only two that I remember were like computer, like on the
correct.
computer. And then OkCupid, I just know OkCupid.
Then
I
it
don't
goes
remember it from back
then it goes into like niches,
Oh, okay.
right? So we have like ChristianMingle.com.
Okay. Was
Okay.
that one on the computer too?
For sure.
That one's pretty old?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like ChristianMingle.com.
Yeah.
There's
What about
like
Farmers Only?
I was literally just gonna say that. What the fuck? I was literally just gonna say that. Farmers only, like Black people meet.
Yeah.
No, it's very like specific, right? So you can, but it's
Yeah.
still in the computer age. Like these don't have apps.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now we have what?
Now it's just at your fingertips.
That is so disturbing.
It is. It's a
Disturbing. Yeah, no, because like and I'm gonna be honest with you, like you immediately look for the attraction piece, and then
that's
it's
it.
very basic, right? It's very
Yeah.
like you don't really get to. I don't know. You just don't get to. I mean, you can get to know people, but I
Yeah.
feel like it's just very instant, and you just from the swipe of a fingertip, that's it.
It's whether or not you find them attractive immediately. Like, there's nothing else. Like, because who reads bios? I used to. Because I like to read.
This is how I know that men don't read bios. Are you ready?
Yeah.
On my dating profile, it says, "If you don't like Drew Afwalo, just skip past me."
Okay, but how many
Right.
dudes know who Drew is?
Exactly, and that's a problem if you don't know. If you don't know who she is.
Okay.
I'm just joking.
I was a problem until I met you.
As long as I tell you about her and then you like her content and you're not like, ew, I hate her.
Yeah.
Then because if you hate, then I.
If you hate Drew, then you don't have a sense of humor.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Which
I
is,
would
like,
worry.
Definitely a red flag.
Yeah, I like people with humor. So that was that's my requirement, right, in the bio. That's my requirement. And like the men that end up swiping on me, like, do not
Yeah.
know who she is,
Yeah.
care who she is. Like the way they act, you can tell that they don't listen to her. Those types of, right? So I'm like, no, like absolutely not. But that's how I know they don't read bios. They immediately just look at how I look, and that's it.
Yeah.
Done.
No dudes read bios.
If I'm their type, then they're just gonna.
I told myself I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it with recognizing that I am. Probably 90% of the dudes don't read bios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The percentage thing.
I had to cut that shit out.
I liked it. It made me think.
It was too much.
It made me think.
It was too much.
No, yeah, I would say that. Well, and I don't really I wouldn't say I read like every little piece of everything, but like sometimes this is gonna sound sound so fucked up. Sometimes if I'm like not that attracted to them, but they're like sort of like I'm like I'll read their bio because then I'm like, well, maybe we have something in common.
But why are you going to waste your time reading a bio of a dude who's not attractive enough for you to be interested? It's wrong, but
let's just be real here.
You have to be attracted to your partner.
No, yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, like, sometimes I get to know someone and I find them to be more attractive once I get to know them.
Definitely.
Right? So, like,
Definitely.
that piece, yeah. So that piece, I'm like, well, they're attractive. So most of the time, it's people that are not generally my type. I have a specific type that I like, and they don't meet that. But I'm like, but you're attractive, like, you're good looking, and maybe we'd have something in common. I try to do that.
Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
All right.
Is that not fair?
I think that's fair. I mean, with what you're dealing with, that's fair.
With what I'm dealing with.
With online dating.
Oh, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
That's what the bottom line is here.
Yeah.
I have online dating profiles, but I deleted 2 of them already.
Okay. How many do you have still?
I only have 1.
Okay.
So I deleted Tinder.
Wait, which one do you have?
Bumble, but I don't even touch it. I haven't been on Bumble in... Basically, I'm at the point now where if I've already started talking to somebody and, like, we've stayed in touch, that's who I talk to. Like, I haven't even brought any new... I can't. I just can't. I don't want to. I don't want to. It's too much.
It gets to be that way sometimes, for sure.
So, online dating is a scam.
When did you meet somebody in the wild last? I don't know that
Oh, we didn't answer that.
Answer that question.
No, that's how off track. Well, I wouldn't
2
even
mic
say...
touches. Go ahead.
2 mic touches.
I'm not gonna count.
You're gonna count. We have to now. You've already started. You've already started.
No.
I need to know when the third one is. No, I don't even remember. Like, probably when I lived in California, which I moved out of there in like 2006. So probably like 2006 is like when I met someone in the wild. Yeah, like where it was talking to someone in the wild.
Yeah.
I won't consider the dating platforms nor social media to be in the wild at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's wild. I need to stop meeting people online. Is what this what this whole episode is going to be about.
Out there. Out of the house.
Because it's literally like dating, like online dating. It's a cesspool.
Yeah, we talked about this.
It's a cesspool.
It's pretty. It's slim pickings in there. Unfortunately.
No, it's not slim pickings. There's plenty.
No, there's slim pickings.
No, but no.
To really pick
Oh,
from.
yeah, but there's plenty, but it's like really, it's not the quality of people you want to involve yourself with. Yeah. So that's been my struggle.
Even when we talked about this, when we started talking about this episode, I remember one of my favorite John Mayer lyrics was, I wouldn't trust a girl who knows about this place. And he's talking about meeting a girl in the bar.
Oh.
And I was on Tinder one time, and I was like, man, even if I met a girl from here, I wouldn't trust him. Like, I met you on Tinder. Like, I can't tell you how many women I met who were like, what are we going to tell our friends how we met? Mm-hmm. Like, it's even embarrassing to tell people you met on Tinder. Yeah. Like, I don't even want to.
I know. Well, okay, so backtrack. I don't think I've ever met anyone on Tinder. I downloaded the app. And I was so new to the dating field that I didn't even want. I didn't want to. Like, I was like, no, this is too, like, I just didn't. I've never met someone online. Okay, how about every sound? Every sound that could.
Lord be with us in these trying times.
Oh my God. We're both trying to keep a straight face while we're talking. We're like, yeah, and then okay. Anyway, so
be able to hear it. We'll see.
We'll see. But I could hear it, and that was distracting. ADD. So, anyways, Tinder. Yeah, I never met anyone off Tinder.
Yeah.
Then I graduated to Bumble, and that's where I think I met my first, after my late husband, the first person I ever met was on Instagram, but after that it was Bumble. And I've never met anyone off Tinder.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really?
I don't know why. But what I was going to say was one of my great friends, I won't mention her name, but she'll probably watch this and know exactly who I'm talking about because she talks about it all the time. She met her husband on Tinder.
Ooh.
Her husband, and they have a kid together, and and they're in love.
They're there, yeah.
But I just think that's very rare.
It is very rare.
So, girl, you have a rare one.
Yeah.
Just know that that's not normal, right? And I think it was one of the first guys she met too. It wasn't even She went through like you know what I mean? She was like,
Yeah.
I think it was like one of the first. And I'm like,
Damn.
wow,
That's hella lucky.
that's lucky.
Hella
So,
lucky. You really just got to be two people who stumble on Tinder.
Yeah.
And who don't really, I mean, who have good intentions,
Yeah.
right? But usually people with good intentions aren't on Tinder, you know?
yeah.
For
yeah.
the most part.
Or I'm going to say most dating sites nowadays anyway. I think
Yeah.
now it's very clear and it's not shocking that it's very much like, okay, I want to fuck. Like, and I like, that's what you're looking for.
That's insane.
Yeah. So, and it's very clear when you like talk to some of the people that are on there, because it's like, okay, I'm not opposed to that, but I also don't want to just meet you and like, that's not, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like I will never on, like, not that I would never on the first night I have before, but that's not my intention when I get on the app. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to hang out with someone that's like friends with benefits at this moment is probably the best thing for me. I don't think I'm ready for, you know what I mean? But I'm super open and you know what I mean about it. So, you know what I mean. Was that what you were thinking about? I literally.
I'm over here dying on the inside, like trying not to say
We're overthinking it now, Ernest. We have to have fun. We can't
I can't rewatch our shit. I just be analyzing the fuck out of myself. Like, that's terrible.
Everyone does
Stop
that.
it.
Why do you think people rewatch their stories on Instagram? Because they're like, I have to critique
Terrible.
every little thing that I've done on
right.
here. Anyways, so we were talking about how online dating is a cesspool. I don't know where I was going, honestly, at this point, but all I know is that it's not.
I was on an
not
app
good.
one time with that the girl I was dating that we were in like an open relationship. We were on an app where couples go to meet other people in couples.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
It was
I see.
interesting. Very interesting.
I am talking to someone who we're not like obviously exclusive, but he's like really wanting to have a threesome. He's like, do I really? And
Shocking.
I know, crazy, so
Wow.
crazy. But we do have
So
really
different and
we do have
original.
really good sex. So it's like, okay, like I like the idea of it if I enjoy that person, but I'm also like, I've never had one, so I don't know if I want to. But he started to kind of look into that and see like where, and I have friends that are swingers. You know what I mean? Like,
Are you
so
into women like that?
so I don't. It's hard because I find women very attractive. Like I think they're very attractive.
Yeah.
We're very attractive, right?
Yeah.
But
Could
there's-
you eat a woman's pussy?
That's exactly where I'm struggling because I'm
Could
like
you do it?
I don't know. I probably would try. I would try and see where it goes.
That's very open-minded
Yeah,
of you.
I would try.
That's
yeah.
good.
So I'm like, maybe I'd like it. What if I like really liked it? What if it was my favorite thing in the whole world?
Yo,
Dude. That's how it happens.
I can't help but compare your situation to my situation, and I'm like, yo, there ain't no way in the fuck.
Why?
That's sucking a dick.
Oh.
You're like, I might like it. I'm like, I'm fucking certain.
I know for a fact
I was like,
that I
oh.
would not enjoy that.
And so I'm like, I know for sure. But so like you're curious.
I'm
though.
curious. I've made
You
out
would
with
try
women.
it.
Like, you know what I mean? I've done stuff like that. I just have never been involved that much. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That intimately with
Yeah.
a woman. I actually there's a couple that keeps reaching out to me.
Oh, I know who they are.
And they're like, you know, and I'm honestly flattered. I'm like, but I'm what they call a unicorn. So if I was even into the idea of threesomes, I am a single woman,
Yeah.
no attachment, perfect.
Yeah.
Like, so my swinger friends even have tried to be like, hey, if you want to come hang out. Yeah. And that's all they look at it as.
Yeah.
They just look at like hanging out,
Yeah.
having a good time. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm quite that comfortable yet like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm out there, but remember, like, this is only recent. It's like 2 years in. I mean, I had the host stage before.
Wait, have you
I
had
was
a threesome
married.
before?
No, I've never had a threesome.
Never had
Yeah.
a threesome.
I mean, I would, and here's the thing. It's very difficult to find men that would want to have a threesome with two dudes. I would love that.
Oh, you're in
Obviously.
on that. You're in on that.
Absolutely. 1,000%. 1,000. So I told that guy, he was like, yeah, I'm looking into like, see if there's any like girls that like would be interested in us. And I'm like, okay, cool. Can you look for guys too? Cause like, why?
Did you say that?
Yes.
What'd he say?
He's like, oh, okay. Like, but he doesn't know, right? Now now you can't. Oh, you want to try all this freaky shit until.
Yeah.
Why can't the woman have 2 men? You know? And you don't have to do anything to each other. That's fine.
Of course. Well, I would hope not.
Yeah. Like, well,
good luck.
people are also into that. So I'm like,
that is a thing.
I'm just saying I don't require that. So, and if you know, I would be fine with that. But nobody wants that. No guy wants that.
There are men who would be down for that.
Slim pickings.
They're out there.
Slim pickings. Don't lose hope.
They're out there. Maybe you should get back on Tinder.
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
You're not.
No, I'm not.
You're not that.
I'm not that.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
All
well,
right.
there's like lifestyle parties out here that you can just like go to.
Oh yeah.
Have you been to one?
No, not like a sanctioned one.
Oh.
No.
What is that supposed to mean? I'm gonna need you to elaborate.
Not one that's like pre-planned, like at like the
Oh.
Green Door.
Right.
They have these parties. There's another venue, I can't remember. It's one of the old hotels or something like that. They have like
it's like swingers parties, yeah. Swinger
just
parties.
kind of regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a thing. I
Yeah.
never ever would have thought to be involved in that. So it's not really something that I like think about, but it's a very common thing now. I feel like I hear a lot of people that are into it, and like I talk to a lot of people that are into it, and especially like now that ethical non-monogamy, right? If you guys know what we're talking about, you should, because that was the first episode. Two. Oh, yeah, episode 2. Dang it.
We'll get it figured out.
We'll get it. It's fine. No, episode 2, we talked about that. But like now that people are, and then my friend pointed out, this was good feedback. Thank you. She said it's polyamorous.
Yeah.
But I kept saying polynamorous.
I'm glad she said something.
Why didn't you say something?
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Ernest, I'm supposed to count on you. You let me say it the whole fucking time. At least you told me I had lipstick on my teeth before we started. At least I can trust you for that.
I can't breathe.
But literally,
yeah.
she told me, she's like, it's poly. Anyways, so thank you for thank you for correcting me, because I want to make sure I'm saying things right.
Absolutely.
So now that people that are into non-monogamous relationships, polyamorous relationships, now that they're all into that, like these things are much more prevalent. I think like prevalent now. Like, do you know what I mean?
Do you think it's just because it's more known now?
Yeah. Or more accepted.
Do you think there's more people that are actually doing it?
No. I feel like this has always been done, but people are just more open about it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like, it's just like, being gay. Like, people are just more open about it now. Like, I feel like we're in a place where we can accept it more, but people still struggle, obviously, because it's not where it needs to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
where what needs to be?
Where, like, the acceptance needs to be. Like, people just...
As far as...
Like...
Polyamory?
Polyamory, different lifestyles just in general.
Yeah, just open-mindedness.
Just open-mindedness.
In general.
And understanding that if it's not affecting your life, why do you care? You know what I mean? Like, if it's not directly affecting your life.
I do know what you mean.
Dang it. Tea kettle. That was a tea kettle that I heard. I say it too much. I haven't been counting. I should keep like, hey, I can only do 10. Through the whole show. Okay. And then I'm not gonna be able to keep count.
Who cares?
Honestly.
It doesn't matter.
So so have you ever, I know you said Tinder, but like how into it at all were you? How many people do you think you met online? I wasn't expecting that.
How do I answer this question? Give me some options. Like
between 1 and 10.
More than 10.
Okay. Well, that'll be where it's at. Yeah. Okay, so you did go on there.
I've been on
at one point. Okay.
Yeah. I was on Tinder.
But everyone you met, you were saying, I don't know if I trust this person.
No, it's just not necessarily the person. It's just where I met them, being online. Because for the most part, most people on there have specific intentions. And it's just not that's not the kind of person that I would want to wife up.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And so that's essentially why I ended up getting off of Tinder.
Yeah.
Was because I felt like I couldn't trust anybody. But I
Right.
did meet my last ex on Tinder. But the thing was, when we met, our conversation was so like fluid and witty. I seriously remember thinking to myself, what are you doing on here? You don't belong here. You're not a regular Tinder girl.
Mm-hmm.
And we stopped talking for like 5 years, reconnected after that, and then started dating. But that was the one that I actually like got into a relationship with.
Yeah, off of Tinder.
Off of Tinder,
I
yeah.
mean, I said my friend got married
Yeah.
off of
So
Tinder.
I was like, you don't belong here. It was weird. It was palpable. I could tell.
Yeah.
Like, you're not.
You're
like
not
a
one. You're not
normal-
one of them.
Yeah, for sure.
One of them.
Yeah. So I mean, that's why I got off of Tinder, is because I couldn't. I was like, what am I doing here?
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And
Like,
it
what am
sucks
I doing
because
here?
online dating was really created for people who didn't have a lot of time,
Mhm.
right? Like you don't have a lot of time,
Mm-hmm.
you have a lot of things going on, but you still are interested in maybe getting into something, maybe a friendship that turns into a relationship, whatever,
Yeah.
right? And that's what it was created for.
Yeah.
And then we
fucked it up.
fucked it all up.
Yep.
Twisted that
Fucked
shit.
it up.
Now you're
it
just
started
swiping.
out as a good thing.
Okay, did I ever tell you about the job I had when I lived in Arizona? I used to work it wasn't a call center. Basically, I made outbound calls. And it was for a dating profile called Greater Expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know if you know what this is.
No.
Okay, this was before like the OkCupid started taking over Match.com, eHarmony, right? They were still trying to survive as a business, and basically, no joke, I'm not even kidding. Have you ever seen like video dating, like where they're doing like, it's like from the 80s, and there's guys that are like, hi, I'm Charles, and I'm an executive at, right? And he's like just doing a video profile essentially.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So it was that kind of idea with like pictures, and like you had to go through books. Imagine this was all like
they sent you like a book.
no. It was like a location you met at, like in Arizona. They had like speed dating events. It was like it was like a club.
Yo, don't let me forget to tell you about the speed dating. I think I sent it to you on Instagram. The like speed dating button.
No.
Okay,
Okay, we're gonna go back
the
to
button.
it.
Okay.
But they had all these events, so it was very, very old school, kind of trying to get people to meet organically as much
Yeah.
as they could, because they were meeting in person. They're doing, you know what I mean? And then that started to die out because online dating started to happen, like Match.com. Why would you go somewhere and have to go through all these books, like meet people? How exhausting! When I can just do it online really quick?
And you worked for their call center?
So I worked for them, and I would call out because people would fill out like that they're interested in knowing more, like online.
Oh.
And then we would call them and be like, hey, do you want to like know more about whatever? And they're like, oh no, I filled that profile out. Like I didn't mean to, or I didn't want to, because they're embarrassed that we're calling them. And then I'd be like, no, like, I try to kind of get them in for like a consultation, because these packages were expensive. Like it's a whole membership and club. Like it's not like, anything not fancy. It is really nice. It's just that why would that happen if you could just go online really quick and not pay that much, right? You can pay like $9.99 a month instead of like these big packages that we offer. But they took the photos for them. They did the video editing for them. Like it was like a whole thing, as good as that video editing could have been at that time. But you know what I mean?
What year was this?
I'd say, I got married in 2011. So I would say it was like 2008, 2009.
Okay.
Yeah, it was before I got married.
Books.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone speed dating?
Never.
Have you ever-
I kind of want to try
Oh,
it. I kind of want to try it. I'm not gonna lie. I just
I
don't.
wanted to
Where
try
do
it
you?
so bad.
Where do you even go?
Where do you go?
Yeah,
there
like-
has to be events.
That's
Speed
what I'm
dating
saying.
in
I'm
Las
sure there has
Vegas.
to be
Yeah.
speed
Has
dating
to be.
events.
You know what I was thinking earlier when we were talking about Tinder and such? What if there was, there might be, but there was a dating app that was backwards, to where you read the bio and you had to like the bio and
To
then you
see
got
the picture. No,
Yeah.
there's one that's
I
already
don't
like
know,
that.
but that's a pretty cool
You-
idea.
Now you've told everybody. You could have monetized.
I mean, we're not
on
going to
that.
air this right now.
Yeah,
We'll
you have
check and
some-
see if
we
it's a
have
real. We got some
some
time.
We have a couple weeks to come up with a business plan for
By the time this is out, bio first dating app.
Dang, that sounds scientific even. Bio first? Like bio
Hey,
first?
I just-
Ooh. off the top of your head. Look at that.
Stop it. Okay. Anyway, that would be cool though.
That would be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
And you have to like kind of match up with what you want from them. Like for example, if you are a specific religion and it's like a requirement, right?
Yeah.
Like that they would also be that way, then that would be like something that like would filter. Look, I'm already creating.
Look.
We're doing this. This is
Let's go.
happening.
If you know how to make apps.
Yeah, I was gonna
holler
say
at us.
we need some. We need app creators.
Lord knows I can't do that.
We
shit.
also need a crew.
We need a crew. That camera shut off.
Which one? The one of me? And
we're
we're back. Oh my gosh. We're so sorry, guys. We had like a big technical difficulty. And I look like this because I was laughing so hard. I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at you. Just the whole
I feel like
situation.
you were because I wasn't laughing. Was I?
You were not
I might have
laughing.
been.
I don't think you were laughing, but I was sure laughing because it just, the way it all happened. The camera died. You struggling to get it together over here to make sure that we can get it charging. And then at the very end,
We jerry-rigged the fuck out of that shit.
you jerry-rigged the fuck out of that. MacGyver over here.
And now it's still not working, but we're gonna get it up.
It's
we're just
fine.
gonna let it charge for a little bit.
We're going to let it charge.
It should charge while
That's what I thought.
it records,
That's why
but it might need to just boost up the battery a little bit. One of our cameras died. Did you say that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did. But it's okay. We're back and we're ready to talk about more dating issues. Okay, so you don't trust these girls on here except for your ex. That's where we stopped, was kind of like talking about
That's
that there are
one.
genuine
That's
people.
one. There are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are genuine people that you meet, but it's really hard to find.
You got to weed through all the bullshit. Yeah.
There's
to
a
get 'em.
lot. There's a lot of bullshit.
There's a lot.
So much bullshit.
Lot. It's easy. It's easy to do when you know what you're looking for, though.
Yeah, I think that's actually my problem. Is I don't really know what
You don't?
I don't know what I want right now.
Oh, you don't know what you want, or you don't know. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I'm saying when you don't know what you're looking for, as far as identifying the things that show that the person of the opposite sex is bullshit.
Oh yeah.
You're saying you don't know what you want, what
Yeah.
you're looking for
Yeah, exactly.
in a person.
Yeah, I mean, no, in a person I would know. I'm just saying as far as like relationship wise, like I don't really know where I'm at the moment. So that's kind of hard because it's like you want to have that conversation of like, what are you looking for, right? When you're online dating.
Uh-huh.
Why are you looking like that?
What are you? What?
You look like you're confused.
What are you don't know what you're looking for?
I don't know what I'm looking for as far as like eventuality. Like I don't know if I want to get remarried.
Okay.
Like I'm not sure.
Okay. So how far out are you looking as far as that goes?
Yeah, I mean I should be looking out further, right? Because I'm, but I'm also like I don't want to rush into anything.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Ready for a relationship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've
if
been
you're
through
not ready,
I've been
you're
through
not
a
ready.
lot, and I feel like I am a lot right now. And I don't know who would
Right now,
right.
as opposed to in the future, you'll
Yeah,
be less?
I think I'll be. Well, I just not less. I think I'll be the same. I'm just saying, like I'm healing, right? So I have
Yeah.
a lot of open wounds that I
Okay.
probably can't just put a Band-Aid on.
Yeah, you need some Neosporin on that shit.
I need to really like maybe some stitches,
Damn,
Mhm,
stitches?
Yeah, which is what I consider therapy. Therapy is like my
Yeesh.
stitches.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, binds me up.
Just stitch you right up. Wow.
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
heard it put that way.
I made it up
Did
right
you?
now. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That was prophetic. I don't even know if that's a word.
It is. It is. We actually would call ourselves prophetic in the church.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you hear a word from the Lord, and that was a word from the Lord.
That
right
was
there.
a word straight from the
from
Lord
the Lord
himself.
From the Lord Himself.
Did you know that there was a dating kind of service where there are actual people who are matchmakers
Mm-hmm.
that take people's profiles? It's what is it called?
I don't know what it's called, but there's shows about it.
It's Just Lunch. That's what it's called. And I heard about this a long time ago, long time ago.
I've never heard of it.
It's called It's Just Lunch, but it's for like, it's expensive as shit. It's probably like $1,000 a month or
Yeah, that's
something
what
like
I'm saying. It's
So it's legit. It's for legit
a
people.
service.
Only legit people are gonna be in, and you tell them what you're looking for, tell them who you are, and then they match you up.
that's
and
how
they
you
send
find
out on
people,
lunch.
because you're
That would be-
investing.
oh
yeah, because you're
for
investing into
sure.
it.
Yeah,
The free profiles. I mean,
yeah,
you get what
Trash.
you pay for.
yeah.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah,
You do. Yeah,
that was the
you
one.
do.
That was the one.
But I'm also at a
You
point where
get
I'm
what
like,
you pay
I don't
for.
know if I want to invest.
Yeah,
Because even if you invest, you're still going to meet shitty people.
yeah.
So you just are taking a risk consistently, but like you're less likely to meet shitty people because they're also investing, right? That's where it is. That's the problem, is that the free apps.
There's a documentary out there. I don't know if you've seen it or heard about it. I can't remember the name of it, but there was a woman. I don't know if it's on YouTube or Netflix or whatever, but there's a woman who went to Tinder and she had to go through a ton of like litigation and jump through a ton of hoops to get all of the information that Tinder had on her. So she got, it was like, I don't know, 140 pages of information, of all the information that Tinder had on her, on essentially everybody that's on the app.
What?
It's nuts. And the way it's set up is like they rate you based on who likes you. So however women vote, or however women, okay, let's say 90% of men who click on a woman's profile like her. Mm-hmm. So that means to Tinder, she's attractive. Mm-hmm. So whoever she swipes right on, they would also consider attractive. And so they would match up the more attractive people. Like it was,
wow, that's wild.
It's wild.
That is wild. Okay,
wild.
What's that fucking show on Netflix? It's so good. It's gonna drive me crazy, and I'm not gonna remember it right now. But there was an episode where it was everyone had a phone and an app, and basically like if you send hearts to each other, like you can like swipe it and it sends it to like another person based on like your interaction with them and like how, like, was your interaction good, was it bad, like what kind of person are they? And so like you're rated by people, everyone's doing it. It's not like just a few people, everyone's doing it. So you're being rated consistently. Like when you go get a bagel, how did you interact with the customer service person, and then they rate you, and it's like essentially like Uber and Lyft driving, like you're rating each other, right? And it tells you like who's top rated, and then the lower you are, the less rights you get. So it's a show. Oh my gosh, Black Mirror, right? Black Mirror.
Is that what that is?
Black Mirror. It's the trippiest show.
Oh, it's not it's not.
Yeah.
It's not an actual show.
What do you mean?
It's not a reality show?
No.
Okay,
no.
yeah.
No.
Okay.
Black Mirror, no. But it's very similar. Like they rate each other, and I'm like, I wonder if we'll ever. I mean, I feel like we're getting to that point. You know, like we're just like rating each other, and like all of it's on social media or on an app, and it's just weird.
So it forces you to be a good person? Is that essentially what it does?
Essentially, you want to be popular. You want to be well liked because you get more things.
Okay,
like,
but does being a good person make you popular in this show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's some girls that are not like very nice, but they got to this popular level and now they kind of control everything, and they, you know what I mean? Because they're like the highest of the high.
I mean, you use your power, for evil.
It's a really good episode. So it's a show, but it has all the episodes are different. They're not like, it's not like
a series.
Yeah. It's like the Twilight Zone essentially, but like kind of more modern. It's really good. I know you don't watch a lot of TV,
No,
but
I don't. But that sounds really
it's
entertaining.
really entertaining, and it's like just a mind fuck the whole time. And I love it.
And that was just one episode.
That was just one episode, yeah. But it kind of makes you think like that could happen. You know, like we're already getting to a place where it's so easy to just rate someone on how they look really quick, and like, you know what I mean? It's just it's weird.
So if everybody just had a profile.
Yeah. And then I interact with you, and I give you a positive or negative interaction.
No shit.
Yeah, and then it would rate you.
They
And then you have,
already know.
and you everyone can see your profile.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, this guy only has like 3 out of 5 stars. Like, I wonder why he's like that. And they like don't interact with them as much because,
So you just like shun the people.
You shun them. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then if someone's against you, you know, they can turn people against you, right? So then they do that, and they get one person, and they shun them out, you know? Yeah.
That's wild.
Which is what happened to the main... Okay, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to ruin it. But it's really good.
Yeah,
it's a really, really good show.
that is.
I think that one's like the second season, first episode. Don't watch the first season, first episode yet, okay? It's intense.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should watch that one first.
Don't watch that one first because you might be like, what kind of fucking show am I watching? Right? Like
I've heard about it. I've heard about it.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Miley Cyrus was in one of the episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that one, like, it's just a really trippy show. But anyways, that's kind of where I feel like the online dating world is going. Like, you just rate someone really quick, and you are just looking to fuck. If you're just looking for attractiveness level, like, obviously I'm not saying that you don't want your partner to be attractive, but like when you're like looking for someone just to have sex or a one night stand, like, you're looking for attractiveness. That's what you're looking for. That's all you're looking for. And I think a lot of times too, though, like, guys are willing to be like, well, this is good enough because I'm just horny tonight. And like, I feel like guys have an easier time just Not you?
Wait, what?
Like have an easier time, like just like because what I hear is women have better luck than men on dating apps, right? Like we have more.
But what is luck?
Like meaning like we get more attention than men do, right? Like women are pickier.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you know what I mean? And guys
definitely.
are kind of like, well, at that point we'll take whatever I can get. Yeah, it's kind of like the leftovers of whatever. I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of like that. So then you just never know. Like, are you just swiping on me because there's a chance you could get with me?
Because
like,
you're horny.
That's it, you know? So
it's so much of that, though.
I know.
It's so much of that.
I'm not saying I've never thought that maybe this could be like if I were to like, swipe on someone, be like, well, you know, they'd be fun, maybe. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe they're not. Who knows? But I've done that before, but never have I like done it for the intention of just hooking up and that's it.
So
it's not for me.
You've never just got on Tinder just looking to fuck?
No.
So what more is there?
Like I want to be friends with you.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
You mean just like a one and done kind of thing?
Yeah, I don't want that.
Okay.
I mean, and like if it gets down the line where it's like, oh, it's not really, we're not into it anymore, then that's fine. But it's not like I want to just like one and done and then I'm good. I prefer to like know you. You know what I mean?
Get to know
you a little bit. Like even if we weren't, because here's the thing, it all comes down to compatibility anyway, right? So even if you are sexually, you're physically, mentally, emotionally attracted to this person, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily compatible with them because your life has to fit their life.
For sure.
Right? Like if we're not in the same place, it's like it has the right place, the right time, right person, right? Like you sometimes that doesn't work out. Like sometimes people meet and everything is like a fairy tale, right? They're like, oh, this is so amazing. But like they think about it and they're like, no, this isn't, we wouldn't be compatible. Like it wouldn't work out. So I think that's kind of like why I'm like, why would I just be friends? And then if like, cool, what if one time it's like, oh my gosh, like we're compatible. You know what I mean? Then it could go from there.
Yeah. I've been told that you don't have to be compatible to have a lasting relationship. I don't know. This is what I heard. It was in a book.
Let's talk about it.
It
was a book by who? Who wrote it?
I don't know. I'd have to find out the information from you for you. But a buddy of mine, who I trust his word a lot, mentioned it to me because one thing is because I was talking about my past relationships, and he goes, "You don't have to be compatible, or you don't have to be what was it?
You said compatible
to
have a healthy.
Yeah. So you guys can have like different things going on and kind of not fit that, but as long as you find something, I guess. I don't know.
Well, then you'd really have to make sure that your connection with them is like real.
There would have to be something.
Yeah, because like then it would just make life difficult if you weren't compatible, right? Like it would make it a struggle. So you'd have to think if the struggle's worth it. You know, is that person worth the struggle? For me, like
that was profound.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I try sometimes.
Legit.
But well, because I think about it, like I as badly as so we've already talked about this. Like I hate being alone. I feel so lonely. I just hate it. I definitely have codependency issues. We're working on it with my therapist. Okay. But I hate being alone. But also I've come to the point where I'm like, I'd rather be alone than like in a non-compatible and you're like relationship where you're gonna stress me out at all. If you're gonna stress me out at all,
definitely.
You know what I mean?
But that's not fair because relationships are gonna stress you out regardless.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
Even the best relationship.
There's stressful moments for sure, right? But I don't want my whole life to feel stressful just because you're in it.
Definitely.
You know, because like you're causing chaos.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of relationships, and of course I'm looking from the outside, but like I see it and I hear it because they tell me things, and it's like I could never do that. I couldn't do it.
There was always the happiness unhappiness scale for me.
Yeah.
And whenever the unhappiness scale started to tip and it never balanced out for too long, I was like, I'm out. I can't do it.
Yeah. There's just some things I just won't tolerate anymore. And so I'd rather be alone than have to deal with that.
Being alone is so much better. It's so much better.
It's just better. Even if I get lonely, everyone gets lonely. Even people in beautiful relationships get lonely. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Like you can get lonely regardless. So I had to realize that when I do get that really lonely feeling, I'm like, I'm so lonely. And then I'm like, so
lonely.
I have nobody for my own. Okay.
Oh, get him.
I'm just kidding. The music just goes off. We just start karaokeing right now. No, but I just realized that I'm not the only one that feels lonely. And it's not because I'm alone, like physically not with somebody. It's just that's something internal. It's a lonely feeling is not having really to do with another person. It's something that you're, internally struggling with. Yeah. Because like I said, you could be with someone and be lonely.
Mm-hmm.
So what explains that? Like, obviously it has nothing to do with the person being next to you, right? So I would rather that than be in a relationship. So that's why I'm kind of like, I figured online dating would be a good, like, maybe I could find that. And then just with time.
Do you know what, like, the most important thing, attribute in a partner is for you?
I would say understanding, like being an understanding person. Just basically really just understanding of me. It's hard to explain because I've told you, I tell people all the time, I'm a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a lot.
And so you have to be able to understand.
You have to be able to understand me. That's and I don't know, there's no way I can put it other than like, we just have to click.
How far down does attractiveness fall?
Oh, it's like the next thing. Right now. Well, and
understanding and hot as fuck.
And hot in my eyes, because I like all types. I have a specific, but I do.
No type. Bad bitches is the only thing that I like.
Yeah, like I have a type, but I also am like open, and I find a different array of men attractive. There's differences in there, and like I said, it would be cool to meet someone in the wild because I've met people, like, I'm not gonna say who, but I've met someone like in the wild recently, and
oh. I don't know if I know who this is.
I think you know. Yeah. I'm almost positive you know who it is. So, I met them, and like
Wait, how did you meet them?
No, I can't say that. I can't say that because what if they listen?
Hold on. Okay, all right.
Wait,
and
is it back?
We're back.
Okay. He had to figure out who it was really quick because I can't say it out loud. Okay, so anyways, but I met them, and like super, super chill person, like really enjoy them, right? And I'm like, but I don't know how to flirt or if someone is flirting with me, like, because I don't meet people in the wild, right? So I have no idea if that's what they're doing or not, or if it's like a friend vibe or if it's like more than a friend vibe. Like, I can't really tell. So I just assume that they're not into me, and then I just don't make, you know what I mean? I'm just like, well, because if they wanted to, they would. Yeah.
What if they are?
What do you mean?
So why don't you just ask?
I just mentioned this in my stories today, actually, or yesterday. I mentioned it in my close friends list
because I was watching your stories.
I know, because this is the story. Jezebel and the Jester is the story.
This is the story.
No, on there I said, like, I was there was someone that I'm talking to that I like kind of have a crush on right now, and like the way they're talking to me, I can't tell if they're like into me or and I said this whole thing, and then I literally said, my friend always tells me, like, why don't you just ask? That was you, the friend I mentioned.
I am the friend.
You are, if you guys have seen that story.
All too often, I am the friend in your story. I was like, oh, wait, that's me.
How do you know it was you? What if someone else told me that and you happen to tell me after?
Lies. You
don't even know. You have no idea. That's me. That's me. No, yeah. So
you did meet somebody in the wild recently. All right.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know how that is because I don't know the situation and where that lies or where we're at. But I don't want to ask.
You don't want to ask.
No, I don't want to.
Why don't you want to ask?
I think we all know why. Because nobody likes rejection. Nobody likes rejection.
But just because you don't like it doesn't mean you let it keep you from something more.
But then I don't want, if it's a friend thing, like, I don't want to ruin the friend thing.
It won't. It won't.
You say that.
It won't.
I don't know.
Would it? People. You guys. Mine is off too now. So.
Oh.
Okay. We know.
But you have this one.
Maybe.
So.
Hopefully that was okay.
Listen, as long as we have this one. We're good.
Is it recording?
Oh, yeah, it is. It is. As long
Goddamn shame.
Anyways, people, is that would it ruin the friendship?
Would it ruin the friendship?
Yeah, like if you had a friendship with someone and you vibed really well in the friendship, and someone in that kind of was like, well, maybe there's more, and they ask, hey, like, how would you? First of all, how do they ask? Like, how do you ask?
In your scenario,
Yeah.
I mean, I would.
Are you giving me dating advice right now? Wow. No, I appreciate it.
Please don't take this as a dating relationship advice.
Oh, okay. Okay. Anyway, what should I do? Tell me everything.
I don't know the specifics of your situation, but I would ask just like that. Like, is there something more here, or is this just a friendly thing?
Okay. That's
whatever. Just is
I
very
feel like
gentle.
that's a mature way to ask.
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
Yeah.
Would hope that it would be, being that you're an adult.
You'd be surprised in this dating field how disgusting it is.
So I feel like there are ways to kind of ask that without it ruining the friendship.
Yeah.
Especially if there's a question whether or not, if they're not making it clear, then you can ask and be like, oh shit, I didn't know that I was coming off that way. Okay. Or be like, you know what? I was kind of, as a matter of fact, I was trying to see what you feel like.
Yeah.
So
but I always feel like I say if they wanted to, they would. And why I say that is like, maybe it was because I watched a movie that was called, I forgot what it was called, but basically, he's just not that into you.
Oh,
have you seen it?
I haven't, but I know that.
It's actually legit. I wouldn't say dating advice, but it's solid advice. Like, if a guy wants to hang out with you, like, he's probably going to make it known that he wants to hang out with you. Like, there's not a lot of them that care about their, pride, or they have pride in themselves enough to ask, I guess. What is it? They don't have dignity. Their dignity is gone. They don't even care. They're just going to ask, right? But if they don't, like, try, you know what I mean? They don't want to. That was the advice I got from that movie. I was like, so that's kind of why in some situations where I'm like, I don't know if it's friendly or if they like me or whatever, I'm like, are they trying to hang out with me? Because if they're not, they don't like me. There's no way. I just, in this day and age, I just don't think that's a thing. Like, you don't just not ask someone that you think are guy. I mean, maybe guys are just have a really hard time. Maybe nowadays,
hard time asking,
yeah. Maybe they deal with the same rejection issues,
For sure.
Then no one ever knows.
You got to get rejected. You got to get rejected, and you got to feel like that it really doesn't matter. And then from that point on, you're like, oh, fucking shit, send it.
I think the more you get rejected and you like allow yourself, it's easier. It's just like conflict.
Oh, yeah.
The more you have conflict, like that's something I had to get over when I got into management. Like you have to be okay with conflict.
Yeah.
It's hard. And it was really hard for me.
Talking about rejection.
How much longer do we have?
We got 59 minutes on here.
Okay, so we have like 10 minutes.
No, because that camera's off.
Oh, so this one doesn't matter.
This one doesn't matter. So we're
fine. We're fine. Let's just fucking go with it. All right.
Talk about rejection, though.
Yeah.
There was this one time I was on Instagram, ran into this cutie, right? Saw that she was like snowboarding in fucking France or somewhere. Like I was like, oh shit, she's snowboarding and she like that. I was like, okay, all right.
Okay. She travels.
So I was like, okay. I think I must have like commented on her pic or something. Maybe eventually like DM'd her or something like that. I knew she drove. I can't say. I knew what car she drove.
Okay.
Right?
I can't say. Everyone will know.
Right. And so, super cute. It was like snowboard shop. I'm like, okay, all right. I want to like hang out with this gal.
Yeah.
And one day I was rolling up to Lee Canyon to go snowboarding, and the car in front of me was the same car that this gal drives. And as I'm driving up the mountain, I'm like, yo, how crazy would it be if this was her? And I park, we both get out of the car.
It's her.
It is her.
Wow.
Yo. It was the wildest shit of all the cars that were there, of all the times to leave the house. You know how many things had to go right?
I know.
To put
For
me
that, you right behind her.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
That is wild.
Wild.
So how was that? Like,
I got out of my truck and I'm looking and I'm just in disbelief. And there was a dude with her. I didn't know if it was boyfriend or friend or whatever, so I didn't say anything. Go up to the mountain, start snowboarding, come down, see she's standing at the top of the bunny hill. I was just at the bottom of the normal one. And I just scooted over to her. I was like, I gotta go over and say something. So I like rolled over to her, introduced myself, was like, oh, hey, da-da-da. And she's like, oh, hey, like, oh, that's crazy. She's like, did you park next to me? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, wow, that's nice. And she's like, oh, yeah, hit me up. Maybe we can like come back up here and go snowboarding or something. So I was like, all right, cool. Did. Done. Got her. And this is the serendipity story.
I'm over.
This is the serendipity story.
You guys, if you haven't heard the serendipity trauma that this man has gone through in the last episode, I don't remember which episode it was, but I'm ready. You were supposed to tell me that story.
I hit her back up on Instagram. And I was like, yo, how crazy was it that we parked right next to each other? She goes, I know, how serendipitous. And like just her using that word, because you know how I am about like proper punctuation, using big words. Oh, that shit just
drove you wild.
Oh my God.
Drove
intelligence.
You
oh
wild.
My God.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm just smitten, right? Just texting on the microphone. Oh my God.
With a big old smile on your face. That's when you know you're fucked up. When you start smiling at text messages.
We exchange information. I'm texting her. We like, all right, let's link up on Sunday. We'll go snowboard. And we link up, go snowboarding, had a good time. And then we get done. And then she's taking like a day and a half to respond afterwards.
Ooh, you are about the quick responses.
I don't play that shit.
Right. Yeah. I understand. Good for you. You should.
But I was being patient with this one because I thought she was different. Right. And so I was like just smitten. I was like, all right, okay. Text her like, all right. Then I text her again. And for me, it's 2 unanswered text messages. 3
business seconds.
And it's a wrap. It's a wrap for me. In 95% of the situations, if I send a text, no response, send another text, no response, it's done. Like, if you don't ever respond back to me, I'm never going to text you again.
I got you. Okay.
Never going to text you again.
Okay, I got you.
And so, but her,
what if she texted back later and was like, I'm so sorry I got caught up with stuff.
It better be some good stuff. It better be some legit stuff. And even then, like my ears are already perked up. Oh, so I'm already on high alert. Like you got 1 strike. You got like 1 left. I don't even do 3 strikes.
Is it because like you're worried that she could be talking to other guys even though she's not exclusive to you? Like what is the...
No. You make time for the things that you care about.
Right.
Or the things that... And if you're not going to make time for me, I'm not going to make time for you.
I'm kind of the same way. I'm the same way. I just had a situation where like that happened where someone made plans with me twice and canceled. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
Like I'm done. Like I'm done. Right. But I didn't put that boundary up beforehand. So that person didn't really know where we were at. And so I put the boundary. Well, I didn't put the boundary up. I was like, look, you canceled on me 2 times and it just shows that you're not prioritizing me. And I'm not saying that I have to be the most important thing to you. I know like we're just like hanging out and getting to know each other. But like, if you're not even kind of prioritizing plans that were already made, then that already shows me that you really don't have that much of an interest in me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Like it just shows that you're not prioritizing me in any way. So, but I put the boundary up and he's like, I'm so sorry. And I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But like, he's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know like that it was like that for you. And he's like, it's like that for me. I just didn't want to put myself out there like that. Right. Yeah.
There shouldn't have to be a boundary.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean... But like,
I got a question to ask you.
Yeah.
After this story.
Oh no! I was just saying, like, I understand, like having, like, okay, the text thing is intense because I'm like, oh, like being a person with ADD, like, I look at text messages and I should have left them on read so that when I opened it, I answered it. But I will open it and just leave it there and then forget to respond.
Why won't you just respond when you open it?
Because I'm distracted.
Wait, what do you mean?
This is by the way, this is
your phone is in your hand.
This is a normal thing. Like I'm already doing something, and I just wanted to see who texted me, and then I open it like thinking like, oh, I want to read the whole thing because you can only see some of it. So why don't you
open it when you're ready to read the whole thing?
That's what I'm saying. Is sometimes I forget to do that, and you can't like mark it. Did something turn off? I heard a ding.
What? Is this one recording?
No, we're good. No, we're fine. Okay. I just want to make sure that one was still recording. At this point, we don't know.
We don't even fucking know.
No, but like I understand like the text message thing is intense, but like everyone has their boundaries. Everyone has their requirements, and it's okay that that's yours.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. For sure.
Like it's okay that that's yours.
Oh. Yeah.
But mine is more like like don't cancel plans on me. I hate
that. Yeah.
Because honestly, like
I've touched this mic way more than 10 times. when that one time that happened and it fucked you up, I was like, oh shit, I didn't.
Oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
so upset.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because that one in particular, I was completely, and it wasn't really a date or anything. It was like just a hangout.
Yeah.
But like I enjoy this person. I like
Mm-hmm.
thought it would be fun, and then it was more of like they made plans with me, and then they just forgot about me. That was
Yeah.
more what hurt me. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm so easily forgotten about. And then I get
Yeah.
into my little sappy
Oh,
like,
my
I'm so
goodness.
alone, right? Like because that's how my brain works. It automatically goes to like everybody hates me, and
Damn.
yeah, this is the hell I live in my own
Damn.
head all the
Should have
time.
just been like, I'm not gonna say it. But
I
you
know.
should've just-
And like they kept texting me like how shitty they felt and all this
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I know that they probably did feel super guilty, just like this last guy that like canceled on me twice. All of a sudden when I put that boundary up, they felt super guilty. They were
Yeah.
like, wait, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I didn't know. And I'm like, okay, like I feel like that's just being an adult, right?
Yeah.
Like even in a friendship, like if I made plans with you and then I canceled, okay, maybe something came up, right? And then if I canceled again the next time after we like rain checked, like wouldn't that make you feel like I don't really want to hang out with you?
Yeah.
That's how it would make me feel. Like if you
Yeah.
canceled on me multiple times, like even in a friendship, it bothers me. So why would it not matter? And like
Yeah.
even if we're not exclusive
Which is
or whatever,
anything.
we're like we have some sort of
Absolutely.
relationship, right? So and I would expect us to just communicate like adults.
Yeah, for sure.
But apparently that's not.
That's too much to ask for.
That's too much to ask. I also have been going for men that are too young.
Yeah.
I need to
Irresponsible.
go back up to.
Yeah. Get on back up there.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to serendipity.
Oh, why did we do that? What happened? I forgot all about
All right.
Back to serendipity.
So she was taking a long ass time in
Jesus.
between text messages.
Oh, that's where it went off
Yeah.
track. Anyways, okay.
She was taking a long ass time between messages, and I liked her a lot, and so I got vulnerable
Quickly.
in these messages, right? I got real out of character, and I hit her up. Was like, "Yo, this isn't like me to keep texting somebody even when they're not responding to me, but I really like you." And just told her, I was like, I said my piece. I was like, "Yo, da 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 da." And then she hit me back with I'm seeing somebody right now. Thank you, but we can't talk anymore, or some shit
Aw.
like that.
Okay.
Yo,
Did that break your
the
little
hurt
heart?
that I felt.
Oh,
Yo.
Ernest. Oh my gosh.
Yo,
That's painful. That's
Y'all
painful.
don't understand.
Because of the serendipity
Y'all
thing.
don't understand.
No.
It's like it's like going shopping for a house, and you go into a house you really like and you fall in love with the house before you know you can get it. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't ever do that.
Same
don't
thing.
Don't ever get too attached to something.
I
that
think
ain't
that's
yours.
why I have a hard time getting vulnerable now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got, and that's I'm telling you, so outside of my character, and I poured my heart out, and it was just a kick rocks, buddy. And that rejection right there, that one specifically,
That one really hurt. Because there are some that you can like
villain origin
you
story
can like
right there.
you can if someone basic rejects you, like you just take
Just
it,
whatever.
right?
Yeah.
But like someone that you really were like, yeah, dude, I know how that feels. I know that on a personal level,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
sucks. It's so painful.
It's pretty awful.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my serendipity story.
I can see why that bothers you and why you were so
Yeah.
triggered last time we
Yeah.
talked about it.
Ugh.
I don't even remember what episode that was.
Yuck. I don't know.
Yuck. Disgusting. It's just as disgusting as the online dating pool. So I just want to know from our audience though, also, who has tried online dating? I just want to know your stories. How did you meet? If you are with someone, your significant other, how did you meet? If it was online, I'm even more interested, and like where? Like, and people are very open about this. One of my best friends, she met her man on AOL.
Yo, well, I mean, that's
AOL.
OG.
Right?
That's OG online. That was dial-up. They really meant that shit.
They meant that shit.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you didn't have access to your telephone so that you could talk to this person online. That is where it was at. But they've been married for 20 something years and they're in love. I mean, literally it's one of the best couples I've ever met.
Yeah.
And they just like he would do anything for her and vice versa.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I mean, you can meet someone anywhere, right?
Definitely.
But it's just
It's got to be the right person.
It's got to be the right person.
It's got to be the right. This is the question I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
How patient should people be as far as when you meet somebody and you really like them, but they're
not sure?
They might not be not sure, or they're hesitant to go all in with you. Does that make sense?
So if I'm, they're having trouble?
The way I see it is from, I always try and look at things from the opposite sex perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And if a woman started talking to me and say like, I'm doing something, I don't know, some extracurricular, and not giving her any attention, at a certain point, she has to realize that she's not going to get that attention.
Right.
How long?
Do I, like, how long would I give them?
Yeah.
I guess it just depends on how intense the connection was for me, right? Like, if it was like we were both like just into it and then all of a sudden it fell off, I would feel like that was weird.
Yeah.
Right. But if it was like a gradual thing and then it fell off, like I probably would only wait like maybe a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Right. Like of just trying to see where things were at. And then if it was nothing, then I don't know.
Cause if I'm falling in love, if I really like a girl,
yeah, but what's
and she not dropping everything and like being all about me right now, I'm like, oof, maybe not.
Well, that's
maybe
difficult because it's like, it's asking a lot.
I know.
Yeah. But you know what? Again,
I'm high maintenance.
yeah. Good for you.
Yeah.
You should be.
Good thing I maintain myself.
Yeah. I'm really glad you maintain. If you're not all about me as much as I'm all about me,
Facts.
done.
You need to be about me as much as I'm about
Me.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound narcissistic at all.
Not me.
Ew. I'm disgusted, but also it's true. I need them to be about me. That's kind of how I felt about like the canceling plans thing. I was like, look, when I like somebody or I like enjoy their company, I invest my time into people, right? And not that my time is precious. Not like I'm super busy, but also like I could be at home. You know?
Uh-huh.
What do you?
No, go ahead.
Okay. And so if I'm prioritizing you, because here's the thing, and I said this on my close friends list, like if a guy makes plans with me and I confirm those plans with him, I chose him.
Yeah.
Because I had options.
I got a lot of shit going on.
I have options. Okay. So
I'm cracking right now.
Yeah.
Nigga.
So if I make plans with you and I'm about the plans and I'm like in on it and then you cancel on me, like I'm irritated now because I had options and I chose you and now I'm just mad. Right? Because I chose the wrong one, obviously. Right. So like that's kind of the way I look at it. Like, and that kind of sounds toxic, but like I'm not exclusive with anyone. So it does sound toxic.
Are you toxic?
I feel like people think I have toxic traits, but everyone does.
Do you feel like you are toxic?
Sometimes I do toxic things.
Does
Yeah.
that make you a toxic person?
No, I think that
What makes you a toxic person?
I think if most of your actions are toxic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, more
like
than
a percentage.
50%? More than 50%? 51%, you're fucking toxic.
Exactly. That's precisely what it is. So I feel like, but everyone has toxic traits. But I do things that I'm like, I probably shouldn't have done that. But that also has to do with my mood swings. So,
Yeah.
but generally I try not to be,
Toxic?
Yeah.
That's good.
I say a lot too.
That's
Damn.
a good way to be. Whatever.
Toxic?
Who cares?
Stay toxic, my friends.
No.
No, don't stay toxic. Don't be toxic.
Non-toxic.
We should probably
be pure.
Do you want to wrap it up, or do you have more to talk about?
I'm
I
good.
think we're good now.
Yeah.
We got it all out. We had some technical difficulties. We had a good time though. At least we stayed on topic.
That's all that matters.
It's not though. I
You did
like
it.
when
Wait,
we don't.
what's the best date you've ever been on? One more thing.
The best
date? I want the best and the worst date you've ever been on.
I don't want to tell this story because.
That's fine. All right, everybody. It was good talking to you.
You didn't let me finish. Which
Katie
is what
says that-
usually happens.
Katie says this.
You didn't let me finish. Okay. The reason why is because it's not that they're not extravagant situations. I've never been taken on like a really great date. Like a really good, like, oh my God, this is the best date I've ever been on in my life.
I took this girl to a literal ball.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
I don't have
Cinderella.
stories like this.
And she
Ernest.
had the nerve to post on her stories a few months after that she hasn't been on a good date in years. In a dress
Just
to a ball.
That's what
And
happens.
she had the nerve.
She had the audacity, the gall. The gall. These women, these bitches. I'm just joking. No, but like, see, I don't have dating experience. Like the best date I've ever been on was like, they took me to dinner on a pier in California overlooking the ocean and the sunset and like
That's dope as fuck.
yeah, like, and
I've never even been on a date like that.
it was nice. But like I'm saying, like people are always like, oh, we traveled the world together.
Okay, that's not a date. That's life.
Some people are some people are like
traveling
that.
the world on a date. That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah,
Who's
it does.
going on a date?
Not one date,
That's
but
a
like
trip.
if you travel
that's not a
with
date.
them, you go on multiple dates when you're on the trip. So
But
you
it's
could be
not
like, I
a-
was in Italy
That's not.
on a date.
That's not a date. That's a trip. That's vacation. Congratulations. We all do it.
So you can't have a date night on vacation?
Yeah, but that does
So
not
that's the best
count. That's
date.
not no.
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right.
If we want to
all
look
right,
at it
okay,
technically.
sure, okay. Worst date.
Worst date? I can't. Let me think. One time this guy took me to a restaurant. It was like, I think it was like literally an Applebee's. Okay. Applebee's or Chili's. It was something. It was a long time ago. This was
Yeah.
like
But
way
was
back in the day.
Applebee's cracking? Because Applebee's was cracking back in the day. They used to be.
I used
so
to do
much better.
karaoke
They did.
at Applebee's. That was a good time.
Oh no!
That was a
shit,
good
I
time.
didn't even know they did that.
But I'm pretty sure it was one of those two. And it was like a fun atmosphere or whatever at the time. I don't know what Applebee's is like now. But we went there, we ordered, and like he was just very comfortable with his eating style.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. It was such a huge turnoff. Like I like when obviously like eating in front of people, like that doesn't bother me. But when it's like really messy, like around the mouth, like yeah, it disgusts me. Is that terrible?
No,
Okay,
that's
good.
understandable.
Okay, because it just grosses me out. Like you're not like open mouth chewing, just no manners at all when it comes to that. It just really bothers me the way like they pick up food. It's like almost like an animal, you know?
Yeah.
And that's how it was. And I could barely
did you
enjoy
sleep
my
with this
food.
person?
Absolutely not. No. Because I was like, if you eat like that,
I mean, but
you know what? You're right. I should have.
But I'm saying. All right.
Okay.
Wrap it up.
Okay. No.
Wrap it up.
Really quick. What was the best date you've ever been on? And the worst? You can't just do me.
Oh my goodness, the best date I ever been on. It was super random, actually. Yo, talking about forgetting somebody. One time my boss hooked me up with his son's teacher, and we made plans to go to the movies, and I completely blew her off. Completely forgot. Stood her up, yo. I've never done anything like that before. Never did it since. Stood her all the way up.
Is that when I told you when I said was like, that's it, like stood me up, like that he forgot about me. You kind of like empathized with him. You did. Now I know why.
Oh my god.
Like he's like, what if he genuinely doesn't forget stuff and he just happened to slip his mind and like he's feeling real guilty.
You want to know what happened? I met another girl on Tinder who was hecka into the same shit I was into at the time, and we like super hit it off. We went on a date. We went like out to eat or something like that, and then after we ate, we were like, fuck it, you want to go to the gym? Like, yeah. And we went and like smashed the leg day at the gym, went back to her place, and she cooked me like some like shrimp and rice dish. Bro, fed me after leg day. I was like, and that's what I was doing instead of going to the movies with this girl.
Oh my god.
I completely forgot. I've never ever. I felt so terrible.
Yeah.
I felt so guilty.
Yeah.
There was so much shame.
Yeah. Because you were like blowing her off for another girl.
Oh yeah.
But like, did you ever meet her?
Nah, I mean, I met her
Like
at work.
passing by.
I met her at work, and
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, she's kind of dope. Like,
Yeah.
hook it up. Then he did.
And then
my boss
he did, and then you forgot.
I've never seen her since.
And then
Yeah.
your friend was like, wow, you made me look really stupid.
I don't think he ever said anything. I think he said something about it. I was like, I'm so sorry. And then
No.
that was it. It was just like a one day kind of like.
It's not like you I'm not going to excuse what you did, but also
there's no excuse.
But it wasn't intentional.
No, it really
and that's
wasn't.
That's what matters.
Wasn't. It
And
really wasn't.
intention doesn't, like, it's important,
Yeah.
but just because you didn't intend it. Anyway, so best date.
Best date was another. My coworker hooked me up with her sister, who was much older than I was at the time, and this was a long time ago. And what made it so such a great date was because we only planned on getting dinner. We got dinner at like 6:30, and we had
Because she was having
she's a
supper.
little bit older.
She was ready for supper.
Like put her to sleep.
She was getting her.
Yeah, we're like,
You wanna go get
let's
some
link up
supper?
early. All right, we're good, huh? So I like older women, put them to bed early.
Me. But I'm not an older woman. I just feel like I act old. I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed, sleep. All right. Anyway, yes.
So we went to dinner, and then after dinner, we were just like, you want to? I'm like enjoying your company. You want to keep hanging out? Yeah, for sure. And so we had this grand idea to go hike up this mountain just randomly. Like, I live by this mountain right here. It's a pretty cool like view of the city or whatever. I was like, all right. I didn't have any hiking clothes at the time, and so legit went to REI and bought a sweater and some pants and some hiking boots.
Oh my gosh.
Out of control.
You went all out just to go hiking
Just to go on this
with
fucking
a
like, little
random
hike.
person.
Went on this hike, hiked up this mountain. It was dope. Ended up like having some fantastic conversation, freaking looking at the stars, whole nine, whatever. Finished the hike, went down, weren't done hanging out with each other. So you're like, you want to go back to Green Valley Ranch and kick it? Like, yeah. So we went to the pool area, hung out in like one of the cabanas for like 30, 45 minutes or whatever. After that, we were like, I want to like actually get in the pool because the pool was closed. So we went to her apartment complex. Their pool was closed. We went to the neighboring apartment complex, and I legit took my credit card out and broke into the pool area
amazing.
of a
How
random
adventurous.
fucking apartment complex. And
Wow.
we went and got in the jacuzzi in our underwear, as neither one of us had a swimming suit. So we just got in the jacuzzi in our underwear and hung out. I didn't end up getting home till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. We hung out all night.
Did you guys sleep with each
All
other?
night. No.
How
Nope.
how authentic.
Yeah, we just kicked it. It was
Wow.
dope. It was hella dope.
I
Yeah.
love that your best date that you've ever been on didn't involve sex.
Oh, yeah, no, it has nothing to do with it. Sex
Wow.
ain't part of a date.
That's
Yeah.
interesting to
But
know,
yeah,
that perspective.
it's just because it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was just super random. I love
Yeah.
random shit.
You're very,
like that.
spontaneous.
Yeah.
You love spontaneity.
Yeah, that's the one. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Really gets that dopamine pumping.
I know.
Worst date I ever been on. I don't know the worst date I ever been on, but there was this one time I met a girl on Tinder, and she lived in California, and this was on like a Wednesday, and I was like, I'm gonna fly out there to see you tomorrow, and I booked a flight the next day and flew out to California to hang out with her, and she was not a nice person.
What?
She was not nice.
Oh no.
She
What do you
was
mean?
not nice. She just was. There was no nothing. Just very cold. Nothing like she
That's
was on the
awful.
phone. We FaceTimed. Everything was cool. Like, oh, da da da. And I was like,
FaceTiming
yo,
is important before you meet
for
someone.
sure. And I was like, yo, I'm into doing wild ass shit. I'm down to fly out there if you'll have me. She's like, yeah, come through. And was like, there's words I want to use that I can't use, but she
Maybe
was
she'll
those.
listen to this one
She
day.
was those. She's not. There's
She's not.
those words.
never know.
And then I was supposed to stay there for like 3 days. On the second day, she's like, you got to go home. I got to go somewhere. I got to be somewhere. So I had to like move my flight up. She didn't even drop me off at the airport. I had to catch an Uber to the airport.
The audacity.
The audacity.
Oh my gosh.
Yo,
that is so
wild.
freaking.
Wild.
that's
I was like, you
wild.
could have told me not to come, but
That's what I'm saying.
it was crazy.
That is wild.
It was
I'm sorry that
crazy.
you had to deal with that.
That was probably the worst.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Yeah,
That really does.
it
I
was
see. I've
weird.
never had like a super terrible experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I've had terrible situationships
Yeah.
or terrible relationships,
Yeah.
but never like a horrible a date or something like
Yeah.
that. Like, just like we weren't compatible. I just knew that we weren't going to be going out again. That's like the, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? The
for
vibe
sure.
was off, but
Yeah.
never something super bad.
Yeah.
Okay, are we going to wrap it up
Yeah.
now? Okay. Well, now, mind you, 25 minutes of this is you trying to look around over there. You you fumbling around. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to us talk about dating, online dating. We do really want to hear your comments, though. Please go ahead and comment below if you've met someone online, if you're currently in a relationship with someone that you met online, or if you met them in the wild and how you guys met. I'm super interested in stuff like that. I always think it's so fascinating. You can find us on all major podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify. Those are the only two big ones I know.
We're on Anchor too.
Anchor.
You can listen to, but who does that?
Who does that?
Nobody.
Caster.
Maybe.
There's a whole.
Yeah.
Just
Spotify
find us.
and Apple Music.
Those are the
YouTube.
biggest ones. YouTube for sure. So at JezebelAndTheJester, make sure that you guys subscribe, like, and then click the little bell so that you get notified every time we drop a new video.
I feel like a YouTuber.
We are.
We are YouTubers.
We are YouTubers.
Click the bell notification. It helps us out.
Crush that bell notification.
And psych that subscribe button.
But also, if you guys listen to us on Apple or Spotify, make sure you guys give us a rating and rate us.
If it ain't 5 stars, don't bother.
Don't bother. Did you hear that?
Haters.
Don't even bother. But also, 5-star review if you feel,
I want dishonest reviews. Give us 5
dishonest.
stars.
I don't want you to be honest with us. I want you to lie to me. And write us a little review about how you enjoy the show. Any feedback, our DMs are always open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.